Just got back from my own training session, and I was thinking the whole time about Conor McGregor's defeat in the UFC. If anybody doesn't know who Conor McGregor is, I'm a big fan. He's arguably one of the best MMA fighters in the history of MMA, and he's also an amazing athlete in general, one of the highest paid in the world, and an amazing businessman. And he's just developed in many, many facets. He's charismatic and he's fantastic at what he does. He's also controversial, but he's one of the most famous in the world. So he was very outspoken, handled it like a professional, but very outspoken before the fight. And in the fight, he lost. It was a shock, and nobody expected it because he came in saying he was the most prepared. His coaches said he was the most prepared. And even after the fight, the coaches said, look, we weren't just saying it to intimidate. He really was the most prepared we've seen him. Yet, he lost. So what are the three things that we can learn from Conor McGregor's defeat and how he handled it and what we can take away from that? So I kind of thought about it while training, and there are three things. The first one is that life is a game, and he's playing a game. Now, any game has barriers. If there are no barriers, if there are no losses, then why would you even play? If Michael Jordan just played against, young kids, it'd get boring after 10 minutes. If Conor McGregor didn't have the challenge or the occasional defeat, it would get boring. He would end up just retiring because he's the best and he doesn't even want to play the game. But life gives you barriers, and with barriers comes a game. There's also great freedoms in a game, and there's also a really big purpose in a game. And Conor McGregor's purpose was to win, and that purpose is continuing. So he became the best in the world, and then his purpose dwindled. But now that he lost, he has a new purpose to win again. So this game continues, and he will be back. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that you've got to be able to win or to lose with the same level of enthusiasm. If you win and you celebrate, that's fantastic. But if you lose, you've got to almost say, okay, I can celebrate my loss. And in fact, Conor McGregor said after the fight, he's like, oddly, I'm not sad. I'm actually kind of okay. It feels horrible. I'm gutted. But at the same time, weirdly, I feel kind of okay about it. Because he can win and lose with the same level of enthusiasm, because it goes back to point one. It's a game. Part of it is losing. And the third one is to continue to support your favorite fighter, your favorite sports team, and even supporting yourself after a loss. In MMA, one person loses and you're like, he lost and he's no good. You're only as good as your last fight. Okay. But that's not the case in general sports. If I'm a Buccaneers fan and the Buccaneers are going to the Super Bowl, the Buccaneers lost for years, again and again, didn't get to the Super Bowl, and people continue to support them because in general, they know that losses come with the game, but you stick through it. You need to continue to support your favorite fighter or your favorite team or your favorite business or even yourself, even through the losses. And that's what we need to do with Conor, and that's what you need to do for yourself and with any fighter. If you give someone your support, there's gonna be losses. Stick with them through the losses. And stick with yourself even through the downs. And I think that Conor is doing that. He's sticking with himself. And I think that you should do that even if you're on a down. Stick with yourself and continue. So remember, three things. 1, life is a game. 2, win or lose with the same level of enthusiasm. And 3, continue to support, even on the downs. That's what we can take away from this. I'm excited to see what Conor does, and I'm excited to see what you do, and I'm going to be playing around with those 3 tips as well. Hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching this video. I hope it helps. I hope it opens some eyes and gets you thinking. If you enjoyed it, please do subscribe, because I'm going to be putting out more videos, and looking forward to seeing you on the next one.